Right, let's do some stuff. So, this is, it's not my mower, but this is a mower for a company where I do some maintenance, and they've kindly bought me a new mower to cut the grass. So yeah, Stihl RM RTP. This is a mulching mower. I've used it a number of times already, and I used to own a gardening company, and we had our own mulching mowers back then, stiga mowers. So still do this one, and there's a number of things I quite like about it, and there's one thing that could be added but is not there. The things I like about it is that it's got a really well built deck. It's really a tough, this is about as a commercial mower as I think I've ever seen in the mowing world, because they're really only ever made, push mowers are made for domestic customers really. They're not really made for commercial kind of grass cutting, but this is really a properly well built tough mower that I reckon could take a proper beating daily, you know, like a daily machine. Most these machines aren't used daily, they're used once a week. And when you're a professional grass cutter, which I was once, you've got to use it every day, and it's got to be able to take a beating. And I think that this could. It's got on the side of the deck, it's got little replaceable metal skids, so you can bash into stuff and then not damage the deck. You can replace those, which I like. The raising and lowering mechanism is super simple. It's just one knob all the way down and then all the way up. What I will say is that these machines always cut really short. So you know, if you're on the lowest setting, you've got to be scalping the lawn. You know, it's so short. That's another subject I could get into, how to cut grass, but that's not for today. It came in a box. It was really easy to assemble. You just had to put the handle on it and these guides for the cables, and put the engine oil in it, add fuel, pull the starter and go. It's a little bit damp this morning, so I'm going to just do a couple of runs just to show you what it looks like. It's in its highest setting. I'm going to put it in, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settings. I'm going to put it in the middle. This is a cold start. I'm not actually going to need those because it's not very loud. I'll put them down there. It's very easy to use this machine. This is your dead man's handle, and this is your drive at the back here. It's front wheel drive, so when you're turning, it's actually very good, because you can leave the wheel spinning and then just lift the front, turn, you're in your next line, and then it just goes straight away. So let's do a cold start first of all, and dead man's handle. Shows you how much I've used it. Dead man's handle is the big one, drive is the little one. So dead man's handle. It's got an easy start function, so that shouldn't have popped off. Easy start function, so it's quite a big engine. Takes a fair bit of, I think anyone could use this. It's quite easy to start. Right, dead man's handle. Front wheels are spinning. Hope you can see that on the camera. Right, we'll do one line. Try and do it as straight as I can. Now, going to the thing that I wish it had, an adjustable speed, because the Stiga I used to have had that, and it meant that you could slow the machine down for slightly longer grass, which gives it a bit more time to mulch the grass. So I'll just do one more turn. See how easy that is to get your turn in, and how much time it saves you, because when you're cutting grass professionally, you want to be able to do it as as possible. There you go, it's struggling now in that thicker grass over. Where the grass is a bit thinner down this end, it's not having any kind of dramas. Right, let go of the drive, which is the front one, and then the dead man's handle to stop it. Now we've got quite dewy grass out here, and the thing to know about sort of mulching mowers in general is that when it's wet, the deck will get clogged up. So there's a little handy handle there, look, for lifting it up, so that you can scoop out that gubbins. And it is worth noting that that will happen a lot when it's wet. So, I mean, I've done jobs where every single line you have to stop and get it out. It's not ideal. For those jobs, you might as well use a collector and take your time. So, let's sum up this machine, shall we? I mean, it's so easy to use, it's so simple. There's no choke, I mean, there's literally no controls. It's just literally dead man's handle, start, drive. It's a one-handed machine, you know, you can literally do this if you had one arm. So, it's incredibly robust. It is quite heavy because of that deck is a fairly substantial deck, and also the engine on top is a pretty big engine for this sort of kind of mower. But the finish that it leaves is very good. Let's see if I can grab the camera and take you over to the corner and just sort of show you where this grass is thicker. So what we've got here, look, is it's left. It's you see where the wheel was, look, can you see that? It's left a little piece there, and that is purely because the grass is so long here. Come down this end and you find that you probably won't have that here. You see, you haven't got it, and that is just because it's so long. And the trick to that is to cut the grass twice. So what I will do is I'll go up and down, and then I'll do another one diagonally. And the reason why I do it diagonally is partly for the looks, because it kind of looks cool when you do it diagonally, and then also it sort of lifts up the grass and manages to cut it better. It is worth to mention actually that mulching mowers work a lot better on lawns that are cared for properly, that don't have a lot of weeds, because grass cutting machines are designed to cut grass and not weeds, and especially mulching mowers. So if you have lawn care, or you do your own lawn care, a mulching mower is really good for like 90% of the year. The only time I'd probably use a collector is in the spring, maybe the first 2 cuts, and the autumn when you've got a lot of leaves, and you can collect a lot of the leaves with a mower that way. Likewise, you can mulch a lot of the leaves. What I used to do was mulch the leaves with a mulching mower and then just blow the what's left away into the hedges and away, depends on the landscape of the garden. So yeah, again, a summary, this is a product I would highly recommend for anyone with a large area that needs cutting, or as a commercial purchase. If I was still mowing daily as I used to 10 years ago, I would have bought a couple of these straight away. You could make a lot of money with these because it's so fast and you're not having to deal with the clippings. As you can see, it does do a really good job of clipping it up, and there's almost nothing left when you've finished, especially if you're cutting the dry. So it's a thumbs up, double thumbs up for me for this Stihl mower, and I can highly recommend it. Now, thanks very much for watching. See you soon.